Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. Now, this video I've had on the bookshelf for several weeks. I wasn't going to make it until I actually interviewed the person who made the TikTok for this video, but we have had several scheduling conflicts, so let's just make the dang video. This lady was claiming to be ghosted by the Bachelor producers because of her size. She's made 2 follow-up TikToks to the original conversation. I'll read some of your comments and we'll get into it. Now, is this a video I want to make first thing on a Monday morning? Absolutely not, because no matter what I say, I'm going to look like I'm a person judging people because of their size. I will not judge her or anybody else in the comment section or likewise about their size. I know sizes come in a very diverse level, and I don't know the difference between a size 5 or 7. Do they even come in odd numbers? I don't know women's sizes. I know I'm a 42 regular chest, a 32 waist, and a 32 length. I like a little bit of a skinny, but not too skinny. A little elastic, but not too elastic. I like to be able to touch my toes when I wear my jeans, is my point. Can I touch my toes wearing the jeans I had from before the pandemic? No, because I put on the pandemic 15, but who hasn't, okay? Now, should I be less worried about my scale? Yes. Does my fiance make fun of me when I measure myself and say, I need to cut out sugar? Absolutely. Will I be cutting out sugar until Valentine's Day? I'm going to try. So if anyone wants to be a part of my no sugar diet till Valentine's Day, and I know I said the D word and that's going to be triggering to people. Listen, it's 2022. I've had a lot of coffee and we live in a time where we're all triggered about the different projections society has on us. I was talking about this in my comment section in the Dave Neal community on Facebook, and people were saying, it sounds like Dave has an implicit bias. We all do. There are beauty standards that are set by magazines and corporations and advertisers. It exists all the way out there. We can do our best to try to deconstruct it, but that's what exists. Me personally, when it comes to cutting out sugar, that's because of my creativity works better when I'm not, blanketed by the zombie world of our over sugar corn syrup life. That's a different conversation to have. So the initial TikTok by this lady. By the way, follow me on Instagram at DNeals if you want to follow my sugar-free experience as I lead up to Valentine's Day. And I have to blame all of you guys for that. You sent me nice chocolates from Switzerland and nice chocolate. You sent me a lot of nice chocolates, and I appreciate it. Next time, send it in a lockbox that you control so I can only open it on occasion. I appreciate that because your boy knows how to go face first into a stocking or two. That's not a metaphor. All right, folks. So we'll get to this right here. So the TikToker, I'm going to read what she initially said because that TikTok has been deleted. Producers have done a really great job, or however you feel about it, with diversifying the cast of contestants they bring on every year, but they never really diversify the body type of the people that are on the show. I'm a size 6 to an 8, depending on the brand, so based off of being scouted off Instagram, I thought that this wasn't going to be a big deal. Again, I have no idea what that means. Is that an average? Tasha, is size 6 to 8 an average body size? She says, yeah, and my fiance... Hold on, they can't hear you, so just... She said the actual average is a 12, 14. Now, Tasha, do you want to show her what you size you are? Probably better not. Do you want to show her what size you are? I don't even know. She said a small. So she's a fit model. They put clothes on her, different companies, Revolve, and a few. Do you want to say any of the other ones? A couple of different companies she works for day to day. It's her full-time job. She puts clothes on as they're getting ready to be manufactured. And if there's a fit that doesn't work right, they work it out, and then they make the different sizes according to her body type. That's what a fit model does, right? So as far as the size 6 to 8 being average or 12 to 14 being average, those numbers don't mean anything to me, so don't hold me accountable for that because, like I said, I know what my neck size is, 15. All right. The influencer added, I don't lie on my Instagram and I don't use body filters or face apps. According to the Bachelor hopeful, she then messaged the producers back saying she would love to talk to them some more after they initially reached out. She claimed she participated in a Zoom interview with them and talked about herself as well as her dating history. She alleged that the producers made her stand up over Zoom and the guy looked at my body, and that's when producers said they would get back to her soon. They ghosted me just like all the other men in my life. I'm honestly fine with it. It's not something I expected to have happen to me. I'm not heartbroken about it, but I'm kind of disappointed about it. Okay, well, let's just play her next TikTok. There's 2 more TikToks after that, and then I'll share my opinions on this and all that. I will say, and she is an actress and lives in Boston, and I was an actor who started acting in Boston, and not that being in Boston has anything to do with it, other than I can speak to the market. You absolutely, on every audition you do, show your body size. That's absolutely true, and it's also absolutely true that 99% of auditions you never hear back from, which we would call ghosting in the dating world. Those are all true. So with that said, that doesn't mean her experience isn't valid, and it doesn't mean she doesn't have a point. It doesn't mean she doesn't have a point that there isn't a diverse size of cast that the show shows us for men and women. Very rare that you're going to find a guy who's under 5'11", that doesn't have six-pack abs, that doesn't fit into a very hunky kind of men's health version too. So I absolutely do understand the points being made. All right, let's go to her first TikTok here.
Producers for The Bachelor on Instagram.
Hold on, let's go back to the beginning. All right, that's the initial post when you're
okay, so I made that video back in, I think, the beginning of November, when I clearly, like I said, was reached out to by casting producers for The Bachelor on Instagram. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Stuff like this never happens to me ever.
By the way, how annoying is it that they play this background music? I get that they do it because they want to play trending music and it helps the TikTok, but like I can barely hear what she's saying.
I also kind of thought that this was a good thing because I am not the typical beauty standard, I think, for what the show normally presents. They've done a really great job, or however you feel about it, with diversifying the cast of contestants that they bring on every year, but they never really diversify the body type of the people that are on the show. And so I'm a size 6 to an 8, like I said, depending on the brand. And so based on having been scouted through Instagram, I thought this wasn't going to be a big deal. I don't lie on my Instagram. I don't use body whatever filters or like Face App or things like that. And so I reached back and I said, yes, I'd absolutely love to talk to you about it, about the opportunity. And long story short, I did have an interview with them over Zoom, during which I talked a lot about my dating history and who I am and where I'm at in my life. And I could be very boring. That very well may be true. But they did have me stand up over Zoom, like take a step back from my computer, and the guy looked at my body.
By the way, in this, I'm not to say this is right. This is disgusting. But I don't know if you guys watched the show about Roger Ailes, the head of Fox, but he would have his hosts, of course he hired all these skinny blonde women as hosts. He would have them stand up and do the same thing, turn around and sit on his lap. Obviously that was like a Me Too situation. That was horrifying to think that exists.
And then said, great, everything sounds great. We'll get back to you very soon. And they ghosted me like all the other men in my life. I'm honestly fine with it. Like, it's not something I ever expected to have happen to me. And while it would have been cool, I'm not heartbroken about it. But it's kind of disappointing because I get the feeling that that's kind of what it was. And to not even have been reached out to, it kind of sucks. So I just feel like we need to get a gang of people together to promote or work towards better body representation in an industry like reality TV. Because part of the reason why I was so excited was I was like, well, no one has ever looked like me on television. And I'm normal. I'm an average size. I'm just not a size 0, 2, or even a 4. So Caroline for Bachelorette. That's what I'm putting out into the universe. I'm going to manifest Caroline for Bachelorette. But also, if you want to get married, I am a very cool person and I'm kind and I'm sick of dating and I don't want to do it anymore at 30. So, all
right, so there it is, folks. Now, some of the comments that were made after that TikTok were not great. I'll try to read some of the fair. Well, I wouldn't call these fair, but here's what a few things people said. And there's one more TikTok I'm going to share with you because I think she got a lot of the flack, and maybe that's why she didn't want to come on my channel, or maybe she did. I don't know, but I think she gets her point across. And probably, while it would have been nice to talk to her, I'm not trying to cross-examine her point of view. If she feels like it was an icky situation, I get it. Absolutely. I think the whole casting process is icky. The show itself is icky. They're looking to find someone that might want to hook up with another person. You know what I mean? Girl, casting producers ghost people all the time. You're not special, right? Only 30 people are cast per season out of how many thousands? It's so absurd. This girl has not applied for jobs often. I've gotten ghosted on that way too many times to count. Well, it could be the girl who was obsessed with getting on because she had a unique look of red hair and pale skin. OMG, wasn't she talking about herself regularly on the sub while making new threads and talking about how unique her body was? I think that's someone else. I think they're trying to say that this is someone else. Anyway, but the point is that people just, and I get it. It's Reddit. It's a feeding frenzy. They go, oh, she's got a problem with her size. How about cast, and they said in the comment section right here, like, I'll applaud them when they cast a size 16 at minimum. A size 6 to 8 is tiny and not average. The average size of most women in the U.S. is a 12 to 14. That's crazy and just sad. You are gorgeous, by the way. Yes, they'll never, ever feature plus-size beauties. You're not plus-size, but still, it's BS. But do I even still watch? So, obviously mixed reactions from people. And, of course, when it comes to body size, we all have different body sizes, so we're all going to project our feelings on how we've been wronged and how society has been a certain way. And I get that. We've all been shamed in different ways. I'm not comparing what other people's shame might be compared to mine, but I know that I grew up with shame being a chubby kid. Absolutely. So I can empathize maybe on a different level than someone else. So I don't want to hear it in the comments like, oh, Dave, you have no idea what it's like. I totally understand. I have no idea what it's like to be a woman walking around in society. Absolutely. Oh, not making that the case at all. All right, here we go.
Hey, everyone. So I wanted to just do a quick follow-up video in response to the response from the last video I posted.
By the way, you can hear the tremor in her voice that this is affecting her personally. And that's just goes to show how mean people can be online. That's it. That's it. Literally the fact that she's got to clarify and be sort of emotional because she's probably gotten a lot of hate for this. I'm not gonna lie, she's probably gotten a lot of hate for this.
About my Bachelor casting interview experience. First, I just want to say that I am so happy that what I mentioned in that video has received such a positive response in the comments. That makes me feel really good. I'm glad that I was able to relate in some way to people that are in a similar position as me who would love to see more body diversity on their televisions. But there are a few things that I wanted to just clear up in reference to some things that I said. The first thing that I want to say is that I am not disappointed or upset or angry that I did not get a follow-up interview or eventually cast on the show. I worked in the theater industry for years, so I understand that ghosting is a unfortunate but very standard practice in that field, as well as now I know reality television. I never ever really desired to go on the show. It was just an opportunity that I thought was exciting and I was willing to pursue. The second thing that I want to make clear is that, and this is my dog, one of them. But the second thing I wanted to clear up was that I never wanted anyone to hate on anybody just doing their job in the franchise. The man I interviewed with was lovely and very easy to talk to, and he's just doing his job to fill a standard, I guess, that the show has used for years. The reason why I posted the video and made the decision to do that was because I felt like there was a conversation to be had about creating a world on television that looks more like the world that we live in. It's 2022. They've had, I think, somewhat of 27 seasons now. And I think it's high time that they start making some changes. That's just my personal opinion. Change of scenery. And lastly, I am speculating that my size had something to do with it. I don't know for sure. Like I said, they could have taken one look at me or listened to me talk and think, you know what, she's going to be too boring for TV. And that's okay. But between standing up and showing my body and leaving my weight on and being asked about my weight on the application, plus things like Chris Harrison saying in the past that chubby isn't attractive, which is a real quote. You can Google that.
Let's Google that.
It just speaks volumes, So that was my point. I never meant any ill intent or ill will or anything malicious towards anyone. Thanks for all the kind words. Be kind, spread kindness to yourself and others. Hey everyone. So I wanted to just do a quick follow-up video.
And again, I just Googled Chris Harrison saying something about chubby behavior, and I don't know if if I'm going to be able to find this right away. When asked by the New York Times if he ever considered a less hunky bachelor, like a chubby guy, Harrison was candid. No, you know why? Because that's not attractive, and television is a very visual medium. And I know that sounds horrible to say, but I know that at 42, in the eyes of television, I'm old and unattractive. He continued, sure, I can put a suit and tie on, but I have hair on my chest, and I don't have a 12-pack. I live a healthy life, and I don't do 8 hours in the gym, nor do I want to, and I don't eat 50,000 egg whites. Chris Harrison, who has hosted the show and its spinoff Bachelorette, defended the current Bachelor Juan Pablo's stance on whether there should ever be a gay Bachelor. The question is it a good business decision? He said, look, if you've been making pizzas for 12 years and you've made millions of dollars and everybody loves your pizza and someone comes and says, hey, you should make hamburgers, why? I have a great business model and I don't know if hamburgers are going to sell. All right, logically, there's a point there, but yikes. And of course, this is from 2014, which is important to note that this is from 8 years ago. Rather than, first of all, you guys know me, rather than condemn someone for their words, I look at this like you're at a museum where you go, oh my gosh, this was said 8 years ago and there was no blip about this. So she's not wrong there. Now, he was mentioning it about The Bachelor, a guy. If you want to get into the gender differences, that's a whole different story. But with regards to the conversation happening, thank you so much, Caroline Cronin. You can follow her on TikTok, Carol Crow 0. You guys got that before, Carol Crow 0. You can go follow her on TikTok. And I always say to support the creators, that an Insta at Carol Crow. So go give her a support, a follow. Words of encouragement. I think at the very least, they do, when you put yourself out there like she has, you do get a lot of negativity sent your way. I know this whenever there's a thread or something out there, you're opening the doors for people. I'm talking low life losers with an anonymous username to tell you how they feel about you without any recourse for how we feel about them. That's going to exist on the internet, whether we love it or not. We try our best to moderate the hell out of that on our channel, and I think we do a really good job. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to have some great content coming your way today. There's no show tonight. Tasha, what time do you work till? Tasha works till 4. So let's do a 2 p.m. live stream here. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. East Coast. Do a little happy hour live stream today, Monday. You guys have a good one. And please be kind in the comment section. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye, guys.